365 days of granny squares, where we bring you a new granny square every single day, and it is posted right here on our YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe. Today is number 52. This one is a simple one called the Afghan square. So to begin, you can chain 8, join with a slip stitch into your first chain, or do a magic ring, which I'm going to do. Today we are going to be working double crochet clusters. 3 double crochet clusters. So if you don't know that stitch, it's okay, I will show you, but if you've been following along, then by now you should know how to do it. So chain 3, this will count as our first double crochet of our double crochet cluster, and then you're going to work 2 more double crochet clusters. So insert your hook into your ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay? Now you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the beginning of our first corner. Now we're going to work another 3 double crochet cluster into our ring. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So now you have 2 on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And now you have 3 on your hook, but you've only made 2. So now we need to do 1 more to make us 3. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and now you have 4 stitches on your hook and 3 double crochets sitting there waiting to be finished. So yarn over, pull through all 4. Okay? And that is a cluster there. So now you're going to chain 2 and do it again. We're going to work 3 double crochet cluster, chain 5, 3 double crochet cluster. If I'm going too fast for you, up in the upper right hand corner is an option to slow the video down. You can always pause and rewind. So there's our first cluster, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 1 more double crochet cluster, 1, yarn over, insert, 2, yarn over, insert, and 3. Yarn over, pull through all of them. Chain 2. We want 8 clusters all together. Right now we have 4, so we're going to work our corner clusters 2 more times. So we've chained 2. Let's do another cluster here. 1, 2, 3, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Another cluster. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And there's our third corner. Chain 2. And work your last corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay. There's 3, there we go. Right, corner, corner, corner. So chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And work another cluster. Alright, 2, 4, 6, and that's 8 clusters. So chain 2, join with a slip stitch into your beginning cluster, and if you did the magic ring, you can go ahead and tighten it now. You don't want it too tight because you're going to want it to, you don't want it to bunch up. So make sure when you're tightening it that you have a decent size, that it's not all bunched up together like this one is. Okay? So round 2, slip stitch over to the first chain 5 space, so just 1 slip stitch over. Now you're going to do a double crochet cluster, chain 3 double crochet cluster in the chain 5 space. So yarn over, pull through 2. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm doing that wrong. It's a beginning cluster, so chain 3. There we go, chain 3. Okay, now work the cluster. which we're only going to work 2 because it's a beginning cluster. There we go. Chain 5, or I'm sorry, chain 3, work another cluster. Remember, you can always pause and rewind or slow it down if I'm going too fast for you. Now you're going to chain 2. Work 3 double crochet into the chain 2 space between the clusters here. When we did our 5s in between, after working a corner, we did the chain 2. You're going to work 3 double crochets into that space. 1, 2, and 3. Now chain 2 and work a cluster in your corner. So there's 1, pull through 2, there's 2, pull through 2, and that's 3. Pull through all of them, chain 3, work another cluster in the same chain 5 space here. Okay, now chain 2, work 3 double crochet into the previous chain 2 space. I just don't got enough yarn pulled out. There we go. Two and 3. Okay. Now you're going to work a cluster, a chain 3, and a cluster here. Oh, let's chain 2. Forgot about that. There we go. Okay. Now work a cluster here, being sure to do a cluster, chain 3, cluster, chain 2, 3 double crochet into the chain 2 space previous, chain 2, and work a cluster over here with chain 3, cluster, chain 2, and repeating what we've just done is what you're going to do all the way around. Okay, and I will get back to you when I've done that. Alright, so I've worked all the way around. I'm on my last space here. I did 3 double crochet, I've chained 2, and now we're going to join with a slip stitch into our beginning cluster. Slip stitch over to the first chain 3 space, chain 3. And now you're going to work a cluster. Remember, it's your beginning one, so you're only going to work 2 double crochet clusters, leaving on your chain 3 stitch. And now you're going to chain 3, put another cluster into the same corner space here where we started. If I'm going too fast, remember, you can hit the slow down. Okay, chain 2. Now you're going to work 2 double crochet in each chain 2 space from the previous round. So 2 double crochet in each of those. There's 1, there's 2, and now we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Now work 2 double crochet in the next chain 2 space. 1, 2, and now you're going to work your cluster. Chain 2, now work your cluster. 3 double crochet cluster, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Just no love with the yarn today, y'all. No love at all. Alright, now work another cluster in your corner. A 3 double crochet cluster. Alright, and then chain 2. Work 2 double crochet into the chain 2 space from the previous round. And then work 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochet into the chain 2 space, chain 2. Work your cluster in your corner here. Chain 3, Work another cluster into the same space. Chain 2. Now you're going to repeat everything that we just did. This is what it looks like right now. So now you're going to work 2 double crochet in the chain 2 space, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, 2 double crochet in the next chain 2 space. Then you're going to chain 2. Work your cluster, chain 3 cluster, chain 2, and again work through here. When I've completed that, I will get right back with you. Alright, so I've worked all the way around. I did my last chain 2, and now we're going to join with the slip stitch into the first cluster stitch. Slip stitch over to your chain 3 space, and now you're going to chain 3 to begin your first double crochet cluster. So work 2 of them because this is your beginning, because your chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. Chain 3, work another double crochet cluster into the same chain space, 2 and 3, chain 2, work 2 double crochet into the next chain 2 space, and then we're going to put 1 double crochet into each stitch across over to our chain 2 space. So that's 1, see, 2, 4, 6. So we're going to work 7 double crochets across. How I added a T to the end of that is beyond me, y'all. I get tongue twisted quite often. Alright, that should be 7. Now we're going to work 2 double crochet into the chain 2 space from the previous round. Chain 2, and then you're going to work in your corner just like we've been doing. You're going to do your double crochet cluster, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, chain 3, work your last cluster in the corner there, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, work 2 double crochet into the next chain 2 space, and 1 double crochet in each stitch across, which should be 7. Okay, and then put 2 double crochet into your chain 2 space, chain 2, and work your corner like we've been working with the double crochet cluster, chain 3 double crochet cluster. You're going to repeat everything that we've just done. You can either rewind, pause, slow down, whatever you need to do, but you're going to work your corner cluster. And then you're going to put 2 double crochet into your chain 2. After you work your corner, let me start there. After you work your corner, chain 2, then work 2 double crochet into your chain 2 space, 1 double crochet in each stitch across, 2 double crochet in the chain 2 space, chain 2, and work your next corner. And repeat that all the way to the beginning. Once I have done that and completed that, I will be right back with you. Okay, so round 5. Or once you finish your round here, finish off with the chain 2 and then join the slip stitch into your beginning cluster. Now you're going to chain 3. For round 5, we're repeating everything we just did in round 4, except for now our stitches in between our chain 2 space are now more than they were previously. Now they're 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So instead you'll be working 11 double crochets across instead of 7 across. So let's begin with our beginning cluster. Chain 3, work, oops, I'm already messing up, y'all. Slip stitch over to your chain 3 space. There we go. Now chain 3. Alright, now work your double crochet cluster twice, as it is your beginning cluster. There we go, chain 3. Work another 3 double crochet cluster into your corner chain 3 space here. There you go. Chain 2, 2 double crochet in the chain 2 space, 1 double crochet in the next 11 stitches, okay, now work 2 double crochet into your chain 2 space, chain 2, work your 3 double crochet cluster in your corner space, 2 and 3, chain 3, work 1 more cluster into the same space, and chain 2. Work 2 double crochet into the chain 2 space and 1 double crochet into the next 11 stitches. Now, I didn't do a swatch with this square because I honestly ran out of time. So basically, according to the pattern, it's supposed to be 6 inches. But because for demonstration purposes I always use a larger hook, so if need be, if I need to spread a stitch, you guys can see it better. So if this does not turn out to your required size, which is supposed to be 6 inches, you can always add another round of doing exactly what we just did, except for the stitches in between are going to obviously grow. The stitches in between the chain 2 spaces, they're going to just grow the more you go on and on and on. This would actually turn into a very lovely blanket on its own if you have the patience to do it. Unfortunately, I do not have the patience to do that. But if you do, go for it. I would love to see your finished work. I love seeing everybody's finished stuff. So anyway, we're at our chain 2 space here, so put 2 double crochet in there, chain 2, and then work your cluster in the corner space, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, going back into the same space, work another cluster. So you're going to repeat this all the way around. Once I've repeated it all the way around, I will get right back with you. Okay? So don't forget, chain 2 after every corner and before every corner. Work 2 double crochets in every chain 2 space and 1 double crochet in each stitch across. I will meet you when I have done that. Alright, I've worked all the way around. Make sure to chain 2 before and after all of my corner spaces, working 2 double crochet in each chain 2 space from the previous round, and working 1 double crochet into every stitch across, keeping in mind that it does increase each row. So join with a slip stitch into your beginning cluster, and you can cut your yarn. If you'd like, you can continue going on, or you can, if you do continue to go on, you want to go all out blanket mode on this bad boy, whew, I'd love to see it. Patience on that one, huh? Okay, so this one is number 52. This is called the Afghan square. This one's going to be so pretty once it's blocked. But this is what it looks like. You can see how you've got the, I guess what do you, almost kind of like flower buds type thing going on here. Anyway, very lovely. It'd be great too if you really want to get artistic. Here's an idea, guys. I'm always full of these ideas. A lot of them are crap, but if you can work it in, I think it would be awesome if you could work each one of your cluster stitches a different color. And if you can get it to blend in when working it in as you go along here, you know, without having to see it, I bet you that'd be something great. So anyway, there it is, y'all. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you're not yet in our Crochet Along group on Facebook, the description is in the link below. Until next time, y'all, happy hooking.